You know the feeling. You spend time with someone, and when you leave, you feel exhausted, drained, heavy. Not because you did anything physically demanding, not because the conversation was difficult, just because you were around them. And the worst part, you can't even explain why. They didn't do anything wrong. They weren't mean. They didn't attack you. But somehow, just being near them took something from you. These people are called emotional vampires, and they're everywhere. This is about why certain people drain your energy without even trying, how to spot them, and what to do when you realize someone in your life is one of them. Let me tell you what emotional vampires actually are. They're not evil. They're not trying to hurt you. Most of them don't even realize they're doing it, but they have a void inside them, an emptiness, a need that never gets filled. And whether they know it or not, they're trying to fill that void with your energy. Every conversation becomes about them. Every problem becomes your responsibility to fix. Every silence becomes uncomfortable until you fill it. They don't give energy. They only take it. And after enough time around them, you start to feel like you're carrying their emotional weight on top of your own. Here's how you know someone is draining your energy. First, you feel tired after being around them. Not normal tired. Emotionally exhausted, like you just ran a marathon but all you did was have a conversation. Second, they always have a crisis. Always. There's always something wrong. Always a new problem. Always a reason they need your support. And if you try to share your own problems, they either make it about themselves or they check out completely. Third, they don't respect your boundaries. You say you're busy, they still call. You say you need space, they show up anyway. Because their needs always come first. Always. Fourth, conversations feel one-sided. You're listening, supporting, giving advice, but when you talk, they're just waiting for their turn to speak again. Fifth, you start avoiding them, and when you do have to see them, you need recovery time after. That's not normal friendship, that's extraction. Now here's why they do this. Most emotional vampires are deeply insecure. They don't feel okay unless someone is validating them, reassuring them, fixing them. They can't sit with their own emotions, can't process their own problems, can't self-soothe. So they offload everything onto you. And if you're empathetic, if you're a helper, if you're someone who cares, you become their target. Not because they hate you, but because you're useful. You give them what they can't give themselves. Stability, attention, energy, and they take it without even realizing they're taking too much. Here's the trap most people fall into. You think if you just help them enough, they'll get better. If you just give them enough support, they'll finally be okay, but they won't. Because the problem isn't that they don't have enough support. The problem is that they don't know how to support themselves. And as long as you keep filling that void for them, they'll never learn. You become their emotional crutch. And the more you give, the more they lean. Until one day you realize you've been holding them up for so long that you forgot to take care of yourself. So what do you actually do? First, stop feeling guilty for being tired. You're not a bad person for needing space from someone who drains you. Even if they're family, even if they're going through something. Even if they need you. Your energy is finite. You can't pour from an empty cup. Second, set boundaries. Real ones, not soft suggestions, actual limits. I can talk for 20 minutes, then I have to go. I can't be your therapist anymore. You need professional help. I'm not available right now. And then enforce them. Even when they push back. Even when they make you feel guilty. Third, stop trying to fix them. You can't. And the more you try, the more dependent they become. Let them sit with their problems. Let them figure it out. Let them be uncomfortable. That's not cruelty, that's growth. Fourth, notice how they react to boundaries. Healthy people respect them. Emotional vampires get angry because boundaries threaten their supply. And when their supply gets cut off, their true nature shows. If they guilt trip you, punish you, or make you the villain for having limits, that tells you everything you need to know. Fifth, be willing to walk away. Some people won't change, and you have to decide if you're willing to keep sacrificing your energy for someone who won't even try to manage their own. Sometimes the kindest thing you can do for yourself is let them go. Here's the hardest truth. You can't save emotional vampires. You can only protect yourself from them. And the moment you start protecting yourself, they'll accuse you of abandoning them. But here's what they won't tell you. They've been abandoning themselves this whole time, and they've been making that your problem. Your job isn't to carry people who refuse to walk. Your job is to take care of your own energy, so you can actually be there for people who respect it. Look at how Ayano Koji handles people like this. He doesn't get pulled into their drama. He doesn't let them drain him. He doesn't feel guilty for protecting his energy. He just removes himself, calmly, quietly, without explanation, because he knows that some people will take everything you give and still ask for more, and the only way to win that game is to stop playing. So here's what you need to remember. Not everyone deserves access to your energy. Not everyone has earned the right to your time and attention. And protecting yourself from people who drain you isn't selfish. It's survival. You can care about someone and still keep your distance. You can wish them well and still refuse to carry their weight. Because at the end of the day, you only have so much energy, and you get to decide who deserves it. Stop giving it to people who only know how to take.